Hey peoples, what's up? It's me, RoHacker. Welcome back to my 5th tutorial in my scripting series, Noob to Pro, where I'm going to transform you, yes you, from a noob scripter to a pro scripter. And today I'll be teaching you about time control, or basically just a wait statement. I would teach you all about the delay statement, now known as task.delay, but I would need to first teach you about functions, so expect a video of task.delay in the near future. Anyways, this will be a super short tutorial and be super basic. However, this concept is super important and you will need to be somewhat familiar with it for tutorial number 6, which will be about loops. Anyways, let's begin. So let's first create our script inside of server script service. So just right click server script service and insert object, click on script. We can delete this because we don't really need it. So what we first want to do is understand what it actually does. Task.wait. So task.wait essentially pauses the script or current thread if you have multiple threads, but more on threading in a future video for a set amount of time, and basically just yields the script. I hope that makes sense. For now, just remember that it pauses the current script for a set amount of time. So what task.wait is useful for is, for example, let's say you had a magic fighting game where you wanted to add a cooldown to spells so players cannot just spam the most powerful spells. Well, the wait statement can add a cooldown to it. Wait statements are also used in countdowns in basically any script that requires a delay in time before something happens. So let's create our first wait statement by tasking in task.wait3. And afterwards, let's create a print statement that says print 3 seconds have elapsed. Some of you may be familiar with the wait without the task dot part, however, just including the wait is deprecated, which means that it's superseded by something else, namely the task.wait, as using task.wait is much more efficient. Anyways, now when we run the code, the script will wait 3 seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3. My counting was off, but as you can see, it waited and then it printed out 3 seconds have elapsed. That is pretty simple. The code is telling the game to just wait for 3 seconds. Now let's add another wait statement right after the print statement and have it wait for 2 seconds. So just nope. My habits. Task.wait 2. And then print. And let's add this print statement that says some time has passed. Now when we run the code, as you can see, it waits 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. It's 3 seconds have passed. 1, 2. Some time has passed. See, the delay that's printing out is caused by the wait statement, and it's just to show you how it works. And that's basically all about the wait statement. Pretty simple. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention is that you don't actually need to put a number in between this. If we were to delete this number, it will wait to the next frame to resume, which is supposed to last 1/30th of a second. And this is very useful for while loops when trying to make sure your code doesn't crash, but more on that in tutorial number 6. Anyways, in true RoHacker fashion, I would like to leave you all with a challenge. Make 3 variables called message1, message2, and message3 respectively, and set it to anything you want that's legal. Capitalization doesn't matter for the variable names. Then make it so whenever you run the script, message1 gets printed out and then it waits for a second. After that second elapses, make a message2 print out. Finally, add another wait statement that waits for 2 seconds, which prints out message3. Feel free to pause the video while I give you a few seconds to come up with a solution. Okay, time's up. I hope you solved the problem because here's the solution to it. So I've created 3 variables, message1, message2, message3. I set message1 to hi, I'm Uno, message2 to hola, I'm 2, and message3 to hello. And you could have made these values anything you wanted to, but I just use this just because why not? Something random that I thought of in my head. Then I printed out message 1 before adding a wait statement for 1 second. Then I printed out message 2 before waiting for 2 seconds, and then finally print out message 3. So here's what it looks like when I run the code. Message 1 immediately prints out before a second later message 2, and then 2 seconds later message 3 printed out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and until next time, have an amazing day.